Welcome to Dad's DeFi Space. I'm Kevin, and I'm so grateful you've taken some time out of your day to learn a little bit more about crypto and DeFi. But before we begin, I want to say this first. Please remember, none of this is financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and never, ever invest more than you can afford to lose. We are going to be looking at something interesting in the crypto and DeFi markets today. Please like and subscribe and ping that notification bell. And remember to check out dadsdefispace.org to learn more about crypto and DeFi, free articles, free course, and a monthly newsletter. Also, find us over on X at CryptoZone1013 and on Telegram, Dad DeFi 1013. And check out our links below, including Weeks, $30,000 of USDT rewards, and Crypto Labs research, 20% off your first month. Tell them Dad's DeFi Space sent you for $50 USDT. Now, let's get to today's video. So, is Bitcoin about to pump or dump? See, today we're going to look at the charts. We're going to look at some trend lines and key indicators that you need to watch right now to know what may happen next, or at least have an idea of what is probable to happen next. Remember, before we begin, none of this is financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a dad sitting in a new room at his parents' place because they needed my help this week. Yes, and before we begin, please like and subscribe, ping that notification bell, and if you're new to DeFi or you're just beginning your journey to try to build generational wealth, one block at a time, drop a comment, smash the like button, and if you're tuning in live, let me know in the comments. Let me know what are your favorite coins, your DeFi protocols, or what you are interested in learning about. But let's get to it, and let's start by taking a look at crypto bubbles. All right. So right now we're taking a look at crypto bubbles, Right now we're taking a look at crypto bubbles, and you can see on the day we are down. We are not just down a little bit, we're down a lot of it, kind of across the board. Some of our favorite plays: Jupiter, the DEX on Solana, down 11%. Supra down almost 10%, Plume -4, Pith -6, Arrow -3.5, and Hyper Network -7.6. I mean, we could sit here and talk prices all day, but this seriously appears to be a downtrend, right? Now, if we take a look on the week, we're still down, even more so if we look at the month. Now you're talking. What does this tell us? We are in a bull market, but altcoins are still bleeding back to Bitcoin. So a little bit later in the stream, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin dominance, ETH Bitcoin pair, and the path to altcoin season. And then we're also going to take a look at some DeFi protocols and some of the news today. But before we begin, let's take a look at just some of the market conditions today. We'll check coin market cap first. Now, coin market cap, great resource if you're just looking up general market conditions or you want to research coins. The fear and greed is sitting at 55 or neutral range. We are not in altcoin season. 23 is definitely Bitcoin season. One of the most important things I really wanted to look at is Bitcoin dominance. And so we're going to go over to our Bitcoin dominance chart. Now, Why have altcoins performed so lousy this year? Well, part of it has to do with Big Daddy Bitcoin. Bitcoin has taken the spotlight. And at this point of the cycle, if Bitcoin dominance is 64.18, meaning that Bitcoin is 64% of the crypto market cap, that's a lot. If I'm to zoom out and let's look at, if I can look at this chart, like say on the monthly, as you can see, Bitcoin dominance has been even higher than this before, around 73%. We really could go as high as probably 66%, although the peak range I have marked is 65.87, and we're just inching closer and closer to that range. Now, once we get a drop in Bitcoin dominance, which, hold on, let me zoom in a little bit. All right, there we go. If we zoom in a little bit, you can see that Bitcoin dominance has been on an absolute uptrend tear literally since the fall of 2022. We have talked about this before. And Bitcoin dominance and the Ethereum Bitcoin pair are two important charts to pay attention to know, is it getting closer to altcoin season? Now, we talked about this in the last stream, but I'm going to keep on reiterating it because this is so important. So Bitcoin dominance on a tear, volume up on a slight downtrend on the that's on the monthly. Let's go a little bit closer. Let's go on the daily. All right. So if you take a look at the daily chart, we are still within our range of 64% and shoot, I can't even read this one. It's around 66%, but we are trying to break through this upper trend line. That's right around our price right now, 64.4%. And we have tapped it 1, 2, and 3 times. That's not that bad, because if we keep tapping it, there's a possibility Bitcoin dominance could go on a downtrend, at least in the near term. So this is a chart I'm totally keeping an eye on. If you see this drop off drastically or break this lower trend channel, that might mean it's altcoin season. So great chart to follow, Bitcoin dominance. Next chart I wanted to look at today, Ethereum versus Bitcoin. We're going to go back to this chart again and again and again, because this is the chart that's going to warn us, is it time for alt season? Oh, you look there, that is a nice looking chart. Now, what I would really like to do is zoom out, maybe go to the weekly, see if this helps. There we go. We are now looking at the Ethereum chart, right? Ethereum, as we were saying, or excuse me, not just the Ethereum chart, the Ethereum valued in Bitcoin weekly chart. This one actually comes from Binance. Now, the main thing I want you to get out of this chart, and I'm going to show you again and again, is we need to keep an eye on this downtrend zone that I have highlighted on my chart. We have gotten back up into our trend zone. Right now, ETH Bitcoin is about 0.025. If you look right here, if we were to zoom in, this is the humongous pump that occurred over the last little bit. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Excuse me. Right here. And we are 1, 2, 3, 4.5 weeks back into the trend line. This looks absolutely bullish for ETH, which is awesome. I am slowly beginning to rotate some of my Bitcoin lending positions into Ethereum lending positions for this very reason. Now, once we get back above this trend zone, which really is 0.03, probably it's going to keep trending down a little bit, but we'll say 0.035. It is off to the races. But the one I'm really paying attention to is this 0.03, which is about the midpoint of our trend. Or if you were looking in our general region, it's about halfway. All right. What I wanted to do next is take a look at some of the news of the day. We're going to go over to my Twitter page. Yes, please add us on X. Yeah, it's not Twitter anymore. On X. I'm never going to get used to that. And please add us, Dad's DeFi Space, Crypto Zone 1013. You can access our crypto yield farming guide, or check out in our description, and there is a link for a free DeFi course that I have created, or just check out some of our educational articles on dadsdefispace.org. Now, let's get into today's news, and we're going to start with some of the smaller stories. The SUI or SUI ETF was denied by the SEC. And a lot of this is the scrutiny that's happening with the crypto markets with the Genesis stablecoin bill, or excuse me, the stablecoin bill going through. And a lot of it has to do with Trump getting in his hands World Liberty Financial and the meme coin. I mean, it isn't the best look for crypto, but it is what it is. Next thing in the news besides the SUI ETF, Circle, the creator of USDC, has filed at the New York Stock Exchange for an IPO, further legitimizing the crypto space. It IPO'd around $31 a share. The firm was valued at $6.2 billion. And yes, Coinbase does have their hand in this. And I'm neutral on this. I don't know how I feel about these big institutions and governments getting involved in our scene, but I guess we're going to have to learn to coexist. And it has affected the way I look at these markets a little bit, and we are still kind of gauging that over the rest. Now, so this is the next thing. So I wanted to look at Pump.Fund, right, is planning on releasing a token. Now, Pump.Fund was the meme coin casino on Solana. And the meme coins casino on Solana, where most people lost their money. But do they really need a token? They have earned somewhere around $700 million this year. They're raising $1 billion more in tokens. There's probably going to be an airdrop. You know that there were early funding rounds that are going to get them an easy 10 to 50x on their investment for the insiders. I'm thinking this could be an excellent token to short after the initial pump. Not financial advice, of course, but it is something I'm going to be looking at. I will not be investing in the pump token right now, but I may try to trade it a little bit, just saying. Now, the sale of this token is going to target both private and public investors. So we're going to have to kind of wait and see what the tokenomics look like and what the deal is. But I just don't see this ending pretty for the people who want to invest in it quick, right? They even Bybit had to change one of their token names right here because this one's going to have the same one. Okay. Anyway, just to make sure you were aware that token is coming out. You can always use our link for weeks below. It's an excellent exchange. I'm sure they'll be listing it, and it'll be a great place I can short it. It helps support the channel. Tons of USDT rewards, non-KYC. Check it out in the link below. Now, the next thing I wanted to look at, going back to our X profile, we wanted to talk a little bit about Mr. James Wynn. Now, if you don't know who this guy is, this is the hyper liquid whale that lost close to $100 million trading 40x Bitcoin long and shorts. High risk leverage guy, Bitcoin maxi, just crazy, right? And he was a poster boy for not revenge trading, which I've been guilty of myself. But those situations never end well. There's some big guys who are trying to get this guy liquidated, but I don't know.
there's been so much hearsay on this. Some people say, hey, he's being paid by Hyperliquid. And no, I'm not saying that was the truth. I'm just repeating what I've heard. And this was a marketing ploy. I've heard that there's big guys out there that do this leverage trading to try to push the price a certain way to unload spot bags. I mean, who knows? What I know is he lost almost $100 million in less than a week. I don't think any of us watching this stream could say that right now. But I don't know if I'd want to be in the Guinness Book of World Records for that one, just to be honest. We've been doing yard work all week for my father, and allergies are terrible today. Anyway, let's go take a look at some more news. Everyone's been talking about the Trumps, and I've seen the video before how, they got involved in crypto because DNB and DBank, now they have the resources that this doesn't hurt them that much. But for a little guy like me, like you, we could really be hurt. So I can understand their point of financial freedom through cryptocurrency. And I'm an extreme supporter of it being used in that way. Now, going back to the rest of the news today, has a lot of companies have been copying MicroStrategy, and I don't know. It worries me that this won't end well. I don't believe that many of these companies are going to have the diamond hands that some of you guys out there have. I think that there are going to be companies, and when Bitcoin goes into a bear market, they're not going to be able to stomach the volatility, right? Yeah, this is the last time I saw about James Nguyen. Look at that. Another 25 million liquidation loss. It's crazy. Anyway, lots of companies going into Bitcoin. Solar Bank, American Construction Company, but we just don't really know why Trump has done what he's done in the crypto space, because some of it has been immensely positive. Bitcoin strategic reserves and the turning back of SEC and financial regulations. Those are great things. But we also have the Trump token, and we have World Liberty Financial, which we don't even know how that one's going to go down. That Trump making a stable coin. I wish I had the kind of connections to get involved.
Thank you for taking some time out of your day to spend it with me. And I hope you've left a little bit smarter about crypto and DeFi, and that you can use some of this knowledge to up your investing game. Please check out our links below to Dad's DeFi Space, and find me on X at CryptoZone1013 and Dad DeFi 1013. Remember, always do your own research and never invest more than you can afford to lose. And I'll see you in the next video, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.